Yesterday, Bobi Wine was blocked when he was going to campaign in KATAKWI. You clearly see the contempt the military has against our election and the constitution. In fact, this is what happened.
Blocked, ebagamba obudde buweddeyo. Bulijjo bwe tukampaininga bwe tufa ku lwali tugenda ne twebaka mu hoteri ekera ne tugenda wetunukulira. Olwaleero tubadde tulina campaigninga Moria era tusulewo hoteri zaffe baazibookinze dda naye lwale yaffe kuba tubadde tetunatuuka bagikubye mu tiyagasi ne bakubawo abantu. Naye kati bagaddewo batudde ku road block nga bwe mulabye poliisi n'amagye batulemesezza okugenda okwebaka. Era wano we tuli mu kisenyi tetumanyibwa bwe tuli baadde baagala nti ate tuddeyo emabega tetutagenda. Tubagamba tugenda Moria tugenda mu hoteri kwebaka paka kati bakyagaddewo nga bwolaba poliisi n'amagye.
Kiki ekiddako nga embeera ekyaliwo ekisinga abantu bagenda maaso n'okuba nti balemerawo?
Tetumanyi kye bateekateeka tukolako nga bwe ngambye eggwanga nti bwebulunguludde wano n'amagye batuganya ogenda okwebaka mu hoteri gye tulina okwebaka. Tewali atunnyonnyola nsonga lwaki batukwatidde wano, tewali atubulira lwaki batusibidde wano, naye buli muntu agezaako okulaba nga bwolabye bannamawulire babafuuyidde pepper spray mu maaso. So tuli wano mu motoka tulinze kulaba ki kye bazzaako.
Tweyanziza ye Robert Kyagulanyi.
So when you see a presidential candidate just like Bobi Wine being blocked from campaigning in certain districts, it is deliberate. From the beginning of an election, they would force him past in long journeys so that he cannot reach on time. And it has happened in KATAKWI. And I pray that this evidence is collected so that it can be induced in court and other fora to show that this election is not near anywhere to be fair. What is the purpose of the election? I keep on asking that. The military is controlling the election instead of the Election Commission coming out to control it. The incompetent Simon Wewakama is continuing to zip his mouth. He's eating our money for nothing. Badru Chigundu was weak, but Simon Wewakama is the weakest candidate. So the purpose of this video, I've come to take you through this journey, the unconstitutional journey where Bobi Wine is always blocked and as usual was blocked from campaigning in KATAKWI. What it means for our politics and most importantly, the study materials you can learn from the politics of our nation. But before I do this, I want to let you know if you're new to this channel, please subscribe. If geopolitics and economics is what you want, this will be definitely the right channel for you to subscribe to. First of all, we should understand that these people are playing politics of intimidation. By intimidation, the leader. If the leader is not intimidated, if the supporters see how their leader is being treated, their spirit starts to break. It's the reason as to why I feel uncomfortable whenever Bobi Wine comes out to say that we must tell the supporters to be peaceful. I know the regime each and every time looks for a window of killing people. The moment you try maybe to be vigorous and protest, even though the protestation is allowed in the constitution, that will be a window for the army and the police to do a massacre against the supporters. Okay? But it's so unfortunate. You block a leader from campaigning to an extent that you block him till night at 10 p.m. Yet he even came out during that day to tell you that you should go because he was blocked during the day. In fact, let me first give you a rewind. What happened during the day when he was being blocked? Here's a tape.
Ladies and gentlemen, fellow Ugandans, those that are watching us within Uganda and to the international community. Once again, my name is Kyagulanyi Ssentamu. I'm a presidential candidate in Uganda. And all of you have been following on the harassment that we've been facing at the hands of the... You see soldiers taking cover in the bushes. It is coming to 7 in the night. We don't know what they are planning on our lives. That is why I see it very important to communicate to you now when we still have network, to communicate to you now when we can still speak to you. We have been waylaid by the police and the military. We are supposed to be campaigning in Moria. Our team is already there, but the police kept blocking the road until 6 o'clock when we can no longer campaign. They have already dispersed our rally and we are not going to campaign. But our team had already booked our hotel in Moria and we were heading there. Now the military has surrounded here. The police, as you see them, they don't explain anything. They've just blocked us. Many times when they block us like this in the remote areas, they tend to brutalize us when it becomes dark. And we suspect that that is exactly what they're planning to do. We are informing you so that everybody knows. We are informing you so that you know that Mr. Byabakama, the chairperson of the Electoral Commission, has kept silent about this impunity, about this criminality. We are informing you because you know, and we all know, and it's clear that the head of the military is Museveni's son, who orders them to torture people on camera. We are informing you this because even the Inspector General of Police, Mr. Das Yakagaba, has been complacent in this impunity, in this illegality. Now we don't know what's the name of this place. This is Apeduru Junction. Yeah, we are held at Apeduru Junction as we head to Asinge, then Amoria, where we're supposed to campaign. The police cannot even allow us to go to our hotel and sleep. It is past 6, it's coming to 7, but they've arrested us and they're holding us on a roadblock in the middle of nowhere.
That is BOBI WINE. So what is the purpose? In fact, I keep on telling people that the reason, the good reason BOBI WINE understood the assignment is moving with the press team. Some of the things wouldn't have been known by the public if the press team was not going to be with BOBI WINE. In fact, in the previous election, the army wanted to remove all cameras around BOBI WINE. They insinuated about it and they started arresting cameramen and media personnel. It is the truth, because they know the camera is our greatest weapon. BOBI WINE would have been dead right now. The atrocities being meted on BOBI WINE, and by the way, is the only candidate that faces this resistance. We normally see people stopping over. One of the ugliest reasons people, the police keep on popping in our faces that BOBI WINE made us step over. In different campaigns, like in Kenya, if you're supposed to be in a certain district, presidential candidates make several stopovers before they reach their campaign grounds. It is allowed. But the military to keep on bringing awkward rules when the Electoral Commission is looking, it must be looked into. In fact, Byabakama must be frog march and we get a new Electoral Commission chairperson. The guy is incompetent. He doesn't deserve to be the Electoral Commission chair. He normally reads on the same script like the CDF and army personnel of telling people go after the vote, despite the fact, or contrary to our constitution that tells us to stay, okay, in 20 meters. So this purpose of the reason of holding elections as we go on in a transition is becoming even slimmer, the chances of having an election, because they are abusing everything in the constitution. They are making Ugandans look ugly. They are making our country to become a laughing stock. These are not elections. Okay? So Uganda should understand that we are not going to have a credible election under the Byabakama and this regime, and we need a reset. What is the purpose of this allowing a presidential candidate from campaigning? What a shame. Okay? And remember, BOBI WINE has started going in a region where Anita Among comes from. Some ministers like there is Amesa who comes from KATAKWI. So they had to play a lot of dirty games. Okay? Of course, that's my opinion. Remains truly Mr. Makindi, Kabiya Sulaiman Mawagali. I will see you on another one. Peace.